So when you buy electric wire, it comes in like either a little metal spool or a little plastic spool, which you can't roll the wire back up on. So Misty bought these off Amazon for how much?
$53.
Yeah, she bought each one. Yeah, each one of these are $53, but you can easily, roll up your wire, and then it has a little thing here that keeps it from spooling back on you, a little clip. You can hang onto it like that and roll it like that. You got this little clip here that rolls and keeps it from coming back. And somehow it switches from side to side. I'm not sure how that works, but it seems to roll pretty evenly for the most part. But we bought two originally off Amazon, and we rolled up probably a little over half of probably a little over a quarter mile, over half the fence. It was about a half-mile fence. So we had to wait on two more before we could come back and roll this up. So it's been several days. It's been since I don't remember what day we did this. We rolled up the first half of it. I don't know. It's probably been at least 3 or 4 days ago, maybe 4. And they didn't mess with the wire. Laid it on the ground, hoping they wouldn't string it all over, and still tied to the other end on the other side of that creek. So we got lucky there. So now we got 2 more spools to roll up the rest of it, and we shouldn't have any problem getting the rest of it rolled up, because I feel like we're over halfway rolled up now. So thought I'd tell a little about these and explain that how much easier. I watched Farmer Tyler Ranch. We watch a little bit of YouTube ourselves, and Farmer Tyler Ranch is one of them I watch all the time, because I can kind of relate to him, or we can relate to him, because and I watch him take these things. It's got a little hook on here, so he'll take his wire, and he has paddocks. He switches his cattle from one paddock to another I think it's every 10 days, either 10 or 20 days. I don't remember for sure now. And then he basically just unrolls it, hooks it to one side of the fence, unrolls it, hooks it in his wires, and hooks it to the other fence, and it locks itself and keeps it tight. And then he just rolls it back up, moves it to another spot, and runs his cattle on that spot. So anyway, eventually I think we're gonna move this wire, put it along the top of one of our fences that's not so good, that in between us and the neighbors, and maybe the 40-acre farm patch, to keep them out of there. And someday, if things get better, which ain't promising right now, but I'd like to put a fence across the middle of this patch and basically make this 2 paddocks, but that may or may not happen. Currently have 13 of the day. As I said in an earlier video, I kept getting 14 and realized our bull had gotten over the fence and got in with these. So the second time we've had a bull get in with them. So our plan of breeding these in December may have went by the wayside, at least for a few of them maybe. The black and white face one over there we got from the neighbor. We traded I believe my truck is a 1955 or 56 old wheat truck. Traded. I actually learned to drive on, loading up hay during the summertime. Traded it for this heifer. Misty really liked the look of this white, black spotted heifer. So we traded the old wheat truck for it. Wheat truck hasn't been running for years. Little baby B, as we called her, still got funny ear situation, but I'm not sure if she's still got pink eye or not. Nope, still got pink eye. Had a plan of catching her on Friday, and maybe taking her to the house and bottle feeding her. The cow that we thought had maybe a hoof rot situation, couldn't really find anything in her hoof, and it wasn't swelled up like the bull's was when he had his hoof rot. Got her up there with the bull, made the bull happy because he had a companion to hang out with, but the cow's bag wasn't full of milk, and she wasn't missing her calf whatsoever. We thought we had a calf. We tried to get to go in here before dark, or at dark, in with the cow, because we got the cow run in that was limping. And turns out I found a note in my phone that said that that cow had the second calf of the season. The calf we were trying to get in was one of the last calves of the season. So it wasn't her calf anyway, even though it acted like it was lost and it wasn't going through the gate anyway. So luckily it didn't, because and then it turns out the cow wasn't missing her calf anyway. So I don't know if it's possible for calves to wean themselves, but hers would have been like the second calf born. So maybe it just got big enough and everything. It just wasn't drinking milk anymore. But it's kind of odd, because I have a cow that, a younger heifer that would just got bred this summer, that I've caught sucking on one of the older cows that's been weaned. So for a calf just to wean itself seems a little odd to me, but she had no full bag like she normally does when she's got a calf on her, and didn't care that her calf wasn't with her whatsoever, and never bellered one time in the days I've looked at her. So, but she was standing up the other day when I looked at her a couple days ago, and she's standing up today when I came out. So later on we'll go out there and get her to walk and see if she's limping like she was. See if we give her 25 cc's of Draxton. So hopefully that cured her, because we should have filmed it, but we fought like crazy to get her leg up with a strap and some calf pulling chains to get her to check, see if there's anything wrong. I got it pulled up and I kind of felt around in there. I couldn't find anything, so maybe she just stepped in a hole or something. But highly unlikely probably. But we had another cow had the same issue. Couldn't find nothing wrong. A few years back, it was one we actually sold because it never got bred, and it was limping, and we gave it some shots, and for long it got better, and we never found nothing wrong with her hoof either. So hopefully this one will get better on her own. Anyway, now we're going to head off and check the other cows, and who knows where they're at, because we took them the hot wire, as you know. And so now we got to go find them, because the grass is really tall out there, and they could be about anywhere, but they like to hang out by the pond regardless of the fact we tore down the fence. So we'll see. James here. You're watching The Poor Farm. If you like these videos, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.